Brendon, this is not the result that we were looking for when they went into toss this afternoon. I mean, how difficult was the wicket and how difficult was it to play here on that?
Wicket was completely different, to be honest. We anticipated to skid on as it has done right throughout every game that's been played here, and every team that has won a toss has wanted to chase at night as well. So we expected that to happen, and it was really dry. It was almost underprepared a little bit. The way it played towards the end, and we didn't adapt our games quick enough. There was some soft dismissals, some poor options, myself included, and we couldn't find the balance between trying to be aggressive enough to give us a start, chasing a small total, and also conserving wickets and trying to stem the flow of their momentum. And in the end, the team that won and qualified for the semi-finals was a far better team than us.
Brendon, I mean, what might be the conditions or the wicket or even with it in Darson? How do you explain 60? I mean, in a game like this.
How do you only get out for 60? Yeah, I'm trying to work that one out as well. Especially when one guy gets 40 odd. Yeah, I mean, I think the two spinners, Herath and Sachi, took 8 wickets between them or something like that, with a couple of run-outs, which were pretty silly cricket as well. Yeah, I thought they bowled really well, but we didn't bat well, and that's you know, we played across the line, and so the ball was skidding on, and we also some of us tried to be too aggressive against ball turning away. So it's T20 is a game where you've got to be convinced in your method, and sometimes you go down playing that method, but you still have to commit to it. And I don't think we really committed to our method at all today. And obviously 120 at half time, we were really happy. I thought we bowled outstandingly well, and it's the most desperate I think we've been in the field. I still think we could have been better with the catches and things, but it's the best attitude that I've seen in the field from us this tournament. But I said at the start of the tournament that you had to start well. We coughed up a game against South Africa that we should have won, and now tonight at half time we should have won that game as well and let that opportunity slip. So hence we'll be on the plane home tomorrow.
Brendon, an important tournament like this, a virtual quarterfinal, this game, it's not ideal that so much should rest on whether there's dew or there isn't dew, is it?
Well, I think as long as it's consistent, I think tonight it was, we found out midway through the game that the outfield was sprayed as well for anti-dew, which obviously hasn't been done throughout the rest of the tournament, so that was a bit of a surprise as well. And I think as long as the conditions are consistent throughout, so the teams can get a strategy and an understanding of the conditions they're playing, it's disappointing to see them change so much in one game, but we should have been better than that as well. So certainly no sour grapes from that point of view. We still should have chased down 120, and only getting halfway is nowhere near good enough.
Hi Brendon, how important do you think your own dismissal was in precipitating what came after? Yeah, it was obviously important. I think batting at number 3 and the role that I've played for us for a period of time, you know, rely on me to make contributions, and I obviously running down the wicket and getting stumped for naught, trying to create some intensity in that first 6 overs was not ideal. But I still thought 2 down. I still thought we were going to chase 120. But you know, obviously disappointed not to make a contribution and to get out like that as well. But yeah, still thought we should have chased it. At least got a lot closer.
Brendon, how important was Anderson's absence in the batting lineup?
Yeah, it was important because he's a good player. You know, hopefully he's okay. It was quite a nasty finger injury which he picked up, and I guess we'll have to find out in the next little while how he is. But you know, it's obviously we only had 9 wickets in the end, and he may have been important, especially as a left-hander against Herath. But did he have 60 runs in him? I'm not sure. But yeah, it was obviously disappointing that he wasn't able to bat as well.
Brendon, how do you sum up the tournament for you? I mean, you always said that you were eyeing 2015, but surely you would have been expected more? Yeah.
Yeah. I said right at the outset that we're going to have to play well, and right from the start of the tournament, and we're not good enough to only play at 80%. And there's some things which irked me at times through the tournament, and I'll be addressing those later. But you know, I thought our cricket smarts weren't weren't there. And when you're playing on these surfaces, which are very foreign to what we're used to, and in the nature of T20, where you've got to be very smart and decisive with your decision making as well, you can't afford to be lacking in cricket intelligence and fast decision making, and that's what I think we've lacked so far in this. Well, that's what we lacked in this tournament, and hence we coughed up some opportunities to win games that we should have. And you know, something's going to have to change at some stage, because otherwise we'll just keep turning up at tournaments, winning a couple, losing a couple, and never claiming any silver, and that's not what we play for. And something's going to have to change if New Zealand's going to start winning major tournaments, and we've got one at home in a year's time, which better be it. Okay. Cheers.